Good evening, it's Conspiracy Carl. It is 17 just gone, so I'd say it's about 17:23 by the time probably this video is up. But anyway, PM GMT time in the afternoon. Basically, I've noticed I've dropped a few subscribers, but perhaps it's because I'm not getting myself across the way that I should. And sometimes I do apologise for this, but it's because I have to say things as they are. This is why some people, if you look at my comments, will say that they like the way that I say things, because I don't beat around the bush, and I don't feather around people's feelings so much, and sometimes I should, because people do have feelings, but sometimes the truth outlays that, and this is why I do what I do, and I say what I say, and I am what I am. I can't change this. I just have to say it as it is. So please don't take it offensively if I say something and it goes against the grain of what you believe. Just try and look into it a bit more, rather than unsubscribe or give me a bad comment or whatever. Just look at what I say, and then do your own diligence, and then you should find that I'm not trying to upset people. I'm just here to try and educate people. I myself felt that I was uneducated as a child because of the education that I was given. So therefore, I've had to learn myself, and so of course some of it's been painful. And I've had a lot of people call me stupid and this and that and everything else, but I'm not trying to outlay that. I'm just trying to say it as it is, and some of the things that I do say do come across sarcastically said, but this is for a reason. It's so people can look at themselves in the mirror and think, come on, look, is this person actually for real? Or is what I'm watching on TV, MK Ultra, TV, MK Ultra, TV, MK Ultra? See what I mean? That's what they've done. This stems all the way back through this. I've got a deliberate TV background there, so you can see it in my glasses there, so the screen, because I research stuff. You have to, and this is what I do, and so we all have to use these technologies to be able to be able to converse, to be able to do anything, to be able to research, to be able to do anything. Nowadays it's all built around technology, and these are what a lot of my videos are touchy and edgy about. And also I've noticed that the Black Lives Matter thing is upsetting a few people. Well, I'm sorry, but sometimes, like I say, the truth hurts, but it sets you free. At first it does piss you off, but then it sets you free. And that whole slavery thing, we've done it to each other. We've all beaten each other, and the English were probably the worst for it. We were the biggest bullies years back. But come on, history is history for a reason, so it doesn't happen again. Not so it does happen again, and so it happens to a certain race because it happened years back against that race. That's not how this thing works. How are we going to have a better world if that's the case? Because everybody at a certain point is going to feel repressed, and so does that mean everybody gets a chance to riot and protest and get it their way, and stop even the most silliest of things, comedies that are being played and silly things and other ways. We all, that's how comedians work. I mean, if somebody was to take the piss out of me and it was a comedian, I'd laugh along with it, because that's what you're going there for, to see the comedy aspect. This is the same sort of thing with slavery. You're going there to see the history. You're not going there to boil your own blood up to come out and start taking it out on everybody. That's not what this is about, and that's not what I didn't get across properly in my other videos, and perhaps I should have done. But this is what it's about. It's about uniting, not fighting. And like I say about the African thing, about where we all come from, we do all apparently originate, if scripture is right, from Africa, and we spread out, and this deters the, you know, the evolution, if you want to call it evolution. I don't like that word, but I have to say it like this because it's how it's put into a lot of people's scripture and a lot of people's knowledge, so I have to say it like this. But basically, you know, it's pushed out, the people have been pushed out to different lands and taken to different lands, so the sun affects people differently. You know, the more the sun is in the country and the hotter the country is, the darker the person is. Now this is due to the melanin that's in the skin that stops and protects the person from catching skin cancer, and the coily hair, like I say, because it acts like a spring, and it also soaks up the heat and stops it from, you know, giving sunburn onto the head. Unfortunately, people do lose their hair, and, you know, so that, but luckily enough, they've got, you know, good melanin in their skin, that it keeps them from catching skin cancer. Now, me being light-skinned, you know, is quite hard, and you have to go through the burning procedure, you know, looking like a prawn, just to get a bit of tan. So, come on, man. People of colour, you should think yourself lucky. You shouldn't feel yourself, you know, repressed or down, and think that people are slagging you off, and I'm slagging you off for it, because I'm not. I'm saying that basically, two wrongs don't make a right. Yeah? Come on. Look, you know, going round stabbing everybody in the eye only makes the whole world blind. You know, eye for an eye, yeah? It just makes the whole world blind, and that's what it's doing. And sadly, it's making us all blind against each other because they're using this conquer and divide. Perhaps if I said this video this way, and perhaps in this mood when I got the video out, then perhaps more people may have listened to it and not took a dislike to it. But sometimes I just get so, you know, irate, especially with the things that I hear, you know, and the news that I know that is factual. And this isn't about the colour thing. Let's forget the colour thing now. Right, okay? I've said what I've said, and I've said what the reasons why I've said it, okay, and that's it. So let's just forget that now, and we'll move on. Now, the reason I was having a go about the woman on the aeroplane, I mean, come on, the man was in his, like, you know, probably his early 70s, you know, or his mid 70s. He's eating his dinner, and the woman is trying to, you know, verbally abusing him because he's not got his mask up, and he's trying to explain that he's eating his dinner. I mean, what's he trying to do? Ram a pork chop for a mask on his face? Come on, when is this gonna stop? And, you know, it does take stupidity to make more stupidity. It, like, attracts it, and that is stupidity, because when did you ever get on a plane and have to wear masks and all this stuff because there's a virus that's got less percentage, apparently, from their own statistics, not from my mouth, because I'm not a doctor and I'm not physically trained or medically trained in this, what I'm saying, but they're saying that is you know, it's less dangerous than the common cold, this second one. So, you know, come on, did that give you an excuse to punch people in the face when they're on an aeroplane trying to eat their dinner, trying to ram, you know, God knows what into his mouth? Come on. It's an assault, and it's stupidity, absolute stupidity. And I'll tell you what it is. It's because a lot of the people that have really took a strong belief and a strong stance to this when it first come out, and that are now finding out that the so-called tinfoil hattists or the conspiracy theorists, because there's never been tinfoil, it's always been aluminium. But anyway, we'll skip that a little bit. But us people that were telling the truth right from the start, we have now got credence, because all these people are now falling apart. The governments are now falling apart because, like I say, to tell one lie, you've got to tell 1,000 more to cover it. And that's what's happening. these people are now slipping up, and of course nobody wants to get caught, so they're all pointing their fingers and stitching each other up, which is great in a way, because people are learning and they're waking up to the hard fact that the people that they were calling nuts or whatever, or different names or whatever, they're the ones that were right. And it's not about who's right or who's wrong. It's about joining together, uniting, and getting rid of the bad people that are doing this to us, and replacing them with the people that actually do care and that can do this job. Because come on, what do? I can even add another one to it now. They even message each other and fraudulently find out ways of how they can get certain rooms decorated by £400 a roll wallpaper, and God knows how much the decorator's going to charge to put it up, because it's not going to be a normal Joe Bloggs decorator, is it? Come on, let's not have that. Not out of the taxpayers' money, eh? But come on, this is exactly what I'm saying. And these people that have believed in these people are now finding out that the lies that they're being told, that they believed so stringently, are falling apart. And this is what I believe is upsetting the narrative, and upsetting so many people, because they've had so much belief and strong belief in this in this agenda, as I'm going to call it, in this video probably will get taken down, and that won't surprise me. But anyway, in this agenda that they're doing, now that they're getting caught up and tangled up in all the lies, and it's all falling apart, people are starting to get defensive, because they're thinking, oh, well, I believed in that. You think you're so special, don't you, because you're right. And this is the way it's going. This is exactly, again, what they want. They want us to turn on each other. So people, please, don't unsubscribe from me. Listen to me and listen to what I'm saying. And when I get the videos out, the ones that I'm thinking more clearly now, I can talk more passively and talk more openly about the situations that we're going through, without showing feelings or emotions to one side, and making other sides feel irrelevant or silly. Because it's not about that. It's about uniting as one. Each and every single one of us, apart from the ones that are in charge. The ones that are in charge need to be removed. They need to be removed quickly, basically, very quickly. Otherwise, this is, like I say, this is just the start of the war. We've won the first battle, but there's going to be many more, because they've got lots and lots of other different ways of trying to pull the wool over our eyes, and do other different things. And this is what we've got to be careful of. So this is why we need each other. We don't need to go against each other. So people, please, when I'm talking about BLM or whatever, I've finished that now. I've finished that discussion. All I wanted to do was tell the truth about how, where we come from their scripture, and from their scripture alone. And I do believe that could be right, because of the skin colour and the amount of sun that different countries get, that deters the colour of the skin. This was all the argument was about, and not a hatred sort of thing, and we all did do bad things. We've all bullied people. This is what slavery was. It was a form of bullying. Sadly, it's happened in every country to every single person, more or less, or most people, sadly, that went to school and got bullied. It's happened to most of us, but I'm not talking about that sort of bullying. Of course, the slavery was much, much worse, but sadly, things like that have been going on in history for a long, long time, and it's been covered up by a small minority of people, but they're very good at that, because they control the education that does get told to the public, to us. And this is where they can get their conquer and divide. This is how they can get their conquer and divide. And so us squabbling and arguing and everything else is not helping, it's just hindering. This is the video that I really should have done, so I do apologise for that last video where I was a bit irate, but I was upset about the stupidity of the lady that, punching an old man because he's got his mask down because he's eating his dinner. How is he going to eat his dinner? I've never eaten pork chops up my nose, or stuff mashed up my nose, or even try. I probably did try to when I was a child, but I dare say somebody helped me get it out, and taught me the right way to eat. But come on, this is getting really, really silly, and people need to start taking off the masks and to stop, stop feeding it. Stop feeding the lies, the agenda. They're telling people in UK to take off the mask on a certain day. I think it's the 26th or 28th or whatever. Well, whatever day it is, does it really matter? Is it going to get worse the day before or the day before that? Or, or is it totally going to stop the day after? Because it said, I've had enough, I'm going to go to another country now. This is how silly it sounds, and this is why people are catching on and people are getting irate, because they're feeling like they've acted, immorally and quite silly. And I believe this is why people are responding in such ways, like I say. Anyway, I hope this video does get across the actual point that I was trying to make. And the right way of making it. Like I say, we all are one. It doesn't matter where we come from. What matters is the person that is inside. It doesn't matter creed, colour, nationality. It's even in animals, for the love of God. It's even in animals. No matter what animal, it depends how the animal's brought up. If the animal is shown pure love, you're going to get pure love back. I do, all the time for my pulley cat. And, it's happened to me with all of my animals, thankfully, because I've shown them all the love that I can give. And that's what happens. When you give somebody and show them all the love that you're worthy of, then they're worthy of, most importantly, you get love back. And that's when true love's made. Yeah, not through sex and anything like that. That's nothing. That's not part of it. Love is from the heart. Love is from from looking after one another. That's what love is. So it doesn't matter about form and stuff like that. It can come from any part, any animal, any human. It can come from anything. Love is good friends, good friendships. Can be loved. You know what I mean? Without sex, like I say, that's a thing that a man and a woman do, or a man and a man now, and a woman now. I'm not picking or choosing, so please don't think I'm saying that. I'm just saying it has changed. Times have changed, so we have to apparently adjust to it, or change to that. So that's what we're trying to do as one, which is what this video is about. Okay, so my apologies if I've upset anybody, for this is not my aim. My aim is not to upset, it's to educate. I call myself Conspiracy Carl because the CIA, I'm going to say it like I've said in most of my videos, when a certain person by the name of K was taken out, or J, was took out, basically, they had a lot to do with it. And anybody that came anywhere near the truth was called a conspiracy theorist. So making them sound like they were mad, making them sound like they were stupid, they'd lost their mind or whatever, and discredited. So this is why I call myself Conspiracy Carl, because it's a form of saying Truth Channel without saying Truth Channel, and not getting taken down straight away because they're beyond to me. But it's a reverse psychology, and anybody that knows this knows that. and then that's when I get subscribers. So I'd like to thank each and every single one of my loyal subscribers, as I do in most of my episodes, not all, and I should do. So for that I apologise as well, because I've had a lot of good subscribers and a lot of ones that stuck by me throughout the years. So I want to thank every single one of you, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart, because you've been loyal and it's helped me to carry on, like I say. So thank you ever so much. If you have subscribed, like I say, thank you. If you haven't, just give me a try. Just give me a try. See what you think for a couple of months. If you don't, then unsubscribe. It hasn't cost you anything because I never use adverts. So you've got nothing to lose. All it does, and a like, please, if you can give me a like on the video, because all likes do is help other people to see them. It goes on the algorithm and gets it, so other people can see it. That's all it does, is helps more people to see. So yeah, so a like here and there would be nice if you could do that. If you can't, then a comment underneath and tell me how you feel. We can go, and talk about this, on an adult, way, rather than a childish, stupid way. But please be warned, if I'm left negative comments, and they are negative and they're pointed negative, then there will be a negative comment obviously placed back. Not wanting, not asking. I'm just saying that you get what you receive, and you reap what you sow. So please leave a decent comment, and you'll get a decent answer, and you'll get a truthful answer to any questions or concerns you may have. Anyway, I want to thank each and every single one of you again. Conspiracy Carl, love, peace, unity to each and every single one of you. And remember, unite, don't fight. It's all this takes is uniting. The whole world needs to unite. We have to fight the tyrants, and you know exactly what I mean. We have to say no, enough's enough. And by numbers, surely known, known by now. England's pushed them back. There's lots of other countries that are starting, so we're gonna win. We're gonna win. Just stick with it and stay with it. Stay positive and stay good, and we're gonna win. Love, peace, unity goes out to each and every single one of our Conspiracy Carl. I'm out.